What happens when two of the biggest names in K-pop stop competing on stage and start building an empire together? A world where music, luxury, and business collide in a way that nobody saw coming. What if I told you that behind the flashing lights, the screaming fans, and the global stages, there's a story quietly unfolding? A story where two of the most powerful names in K-pop, Lisa Manoband and Kim Jisoo of BLACKPINK, might not only be rewriting music history but also reshaping the future of business empires. Shocking, right? But here's the twist. This isn't just about fame or another award. This is about investment. This is about entrepreneurship. And maybe, just maybe, this is about $1 billion play. Now before you say, wait, hold on, is this real? Let's set the stage. 2025 has already been a historic year. Lisa, who just dropped her single Dream and shocked the world with her win at the VMAs, becoming the first K-pop soloist to take home the Best K-pop Song Award for Born Again with Doja Cat and Rae, is not only making headlines in music but also in business. Her company, LLOUD, is being talked about as one of the most ambitious celebrity-founded brands in the entertainment industry. At the same time, Jisoo, who released Your Love and was nominated at the same VMAs with her solo track Earthquake, has been building her own brand empire through lisoo. Add to that her Dior and Cartier ambassadorships, and suddenly you're not just looking at idols. You're looking at entrepreneurs. Fans around the world are asking, could Jisoo secretly be joining Lisa's business empire? It sounds like the beginning of a thriller, doesn't it? Two friends, two global stars, both sitting on fortunes worth tens of millions of dollars, quietly aligning in a way that could shock the entire entertainment industry. Lisa, with a net worth reported around $40 million, and Jisoo, with $30 to $50 million under her belt, both have the kind of capital that could transform dreams into multi-billion-dollar realities. Think about it. Lisa is now the face of Louis Vuitton, a house under the LVMH umbrella. Jisoo is the face of Dior, another LVMH giant. Both of them tied to the same luxury conglomerate, both representing brand value worth billions. If you were sitting in their position, would you think of yourself just as an artist? Or would you start to see yourself as a brand? That's where the business layer comes in. Because being an idol today isn't just about performing, it's about brand equity, it's about market positioning, and it's about leveraging fame into revenue streams that outlast the music charts. Now let's talk about the trigger moment. Lisa winning that VMA wasn't just about a trophy. It was about validation. It sent a shockwave through the industry, proving that a K-pop soloist could dominate a global award show. Meanwhile, Jisoo's nomination proved that she, too, stands at the very top level of global recognition. And here's where things get interesting. When two people at the peak of their careers share not only history as BLACKPINK members but also ambitions as entrepreneurs, the natural question is, do their paths cross in business? Could Jisoo be investing, even quietly, in Lisa's vision? Of course, there's no official document filed, no press release. But business doesn't always start with headlines. It starts with conversations, with shared goals, with strategy. Fans have seen Lisa and Jisoo together for years, but what they might not have noticed is how their personal brands are evolving in almost parallel directions. Lisa launches LLOUD, creating a platform that could span from music production to fashion lines to digital content. Jisoo launches lisoo, establishing herself as a creative force not only in music but in brand building. Both are essentially entrepreneurs cloaked as idols. The luxury world runs on power plays. Every ambassador deal is more than a photo shoot. It's a marketing strategy, it's about increasing market share, it's about brand value. Louis Vuitton doesn't just pick Lisa because she's popular, they pick her because she sells. Dior doesn't keep Jisoo at the center of their campaigns for no reason. They know her influence translates into billions in revenue. This is about entrepreneurship at the highest level where your personal brand becomes a global asset. So what happens when you start connecting the dots? Lisa, empowered by her VMA win, her record sales, and her new company, needs allies who understand both artistry and business. Jisoo, with her growing wealth, her fashion influence, and her expanding fan base, is perfectly positioned to be more than a fellow idol. She could be a partner, an investor, a shareholder in something much bigger than music. Imagine the narrative. two BLACKPINK members leveraging their global popularity not just to break records but to build an empire. And let's not forget the bigger picture. BLACKPINK as a group has been on a massive world tour, dominating stadiums, generating hundreds of millions in ticket sales. Each member is branching out, but they're also feeding off the global BLACKPINK brand equity. It's like having $4 billion startups under one umbrella. Jennie with Haute Atelier, Rose with her music and fashion connections, lisoo with LLOUD, and Jisoo with lisoo. The value here isn't just music revenue, it's marketing, it's lifestyle, it's equity in the attention economy, the kind of thought that makes viewers stay glued. If Jisoo actually joins Lisa in business, what would the valuation look like? Let's say Lisa's brand empire could be valued at $100 million within a few years, thanks to her fan engagement, global reach, and partnerships. Jisoo invests or collaborates, suddenly the valuation doesn't just double. It multiplies because of synergy, because of cross-brand influence, because two audiences merge into one. That's not just star power. That's entrepreneurship at the highest level. But we also need to address the emotional side. Fans are not just following idols, they're following dreams. When Lisa and Jisoo succeed, fans feel that success too. That's why the idea of them joining forces in business sparks such intense curiosity. It's not only about revenue, it's about inspiration. Two young women from Korea rising to dominate music, fashion, and now possibly business? That's the kind of narrative that reshapes culture. And let's be clear, this isn't a far-fetched fantasy. This is a logical next step in a world where celebrities are no longer just performers but full-blown entrepreneurs. Look at Rihanna with Fendi, look at Jay-Z with Roc Nation, look at Kylie Jenner with Kylie Cosmetics. Lisa and Jisoo are on that exact same path. The difference? They have global fandoms that transcend borders, and they carry the prestige of both K-pop and luxury fashion on their shoulders. As we approach the climax of this story, think of the ripple effect. If Lisa and Jisoo collaborate in business, it forces the industry to rethink what a K-pop idol can be. No longer just artists, but investors. No longer just performers, but owners. Challenges the traditional structure where agencies hold the power. Instead, the power shifts to the artists themselves, who can generate revenue streams through entrepreneurship, marketing, and brand development. So is this the start of a billion-dollar play? Nobody can say for sure today. But what we can say is that the foundation is already there. Lisa's win at the VMAs, her luxury partnerships, her net worth, and her company. Jisoo's nominations, her Dior and Cartier ties, her solo success, her own label. The ingredients are on the table. And when you put those ingredients together, the recipe is explosive. Now let's close this on an emotional note. 'Cause beyond the numbers, beyond the headlines, what keeps fans invested is the bond between these women and their audience. It's the feeling that you're not just watching idols, you're watching leaders, entrepreneurs, risk-takers. And if Jisoo truly joins Lisa's empire, fans won't just be clapping for another chart hit. They'll be witnessing the rise of one of the most powerful business alliances in entertainment history. But let's push this deeper. Imagine the scale of what's happening here. When you hear Lisa and Jisoo's names, you think about music, glamour, and performances, but the financial reality is even more fascinating. Each of their appearances on stage can generate millions in brand exposure value. Marketing experts estimate that when Lisa BLACKPINK wears Louis Vuitton or Jisoo BLACKPINK appears in Dior, the social media engagement alone can translate into revenue spikes for those brands worth tens of millions. That's called influence-driven marketing, and it's the gold standard of modern entrepreneurship. It's not just about being the face of a brand, it's about being the revenue engine behind it. Now think of this scenario. Lisa builds LLOUD as a platform not only for music but also for brand collaborations, fashion capsules, and digital content monetization. Jisoo, through lisoo, has the flexibility to branch into beauty, film, and lifestyle ventures. If those two companies ever cross paths, it would create a synergy that rivals traditional corporations. We are talking about an ecosystem where fan loyalty equals revenue, where engagement equals investment return, and where every marketing campaign can become a viral movement. That's brand value at its peak. The luxury war also adds another suspenseful layer. Louis Vuitton and Dior are both under the LVMH umbrella, the same empire built by Bernard Arnault, currently one of the richest men in the world. By having BLACKPINK Lisa and BLACKPINK Jisoo on opposite sides of this house, it creates a dual strategy that keeps LVMH dominating the Asian and global markets. But here's the kicker. What if the business ambitions of Lisa and Jisoo extend beyond being ambassadors? What if they learn the strategies from inside these billion-dollar fashion giants and apply them to their own entrepreneurial ventures? That's not just branding. That's education in high-level entrepreneurship delivered by the most powerful luxury conglomerate on earth. And here's where the psychology of fandom plays into business. Fans don't just buy music, they buy meaning. When Jisoo launches Your Love or Lisa drops Dream, it's not just a song. It's a story. It's an investment of emotions. That emotional investment often translates into financial investment, whether through album sales, merch, or even luxury goods endorsed by the idols. The emotional economy is powerful, and Lisa and Jisoo understand it better than anyone. When you align emotion with marketing, you get unstoppable revenue. If Lisa Manaban and Kim Jisoo aligned forces in an official partnership, it wouldn't just be a music headline. Could be the beginning of a new celebrity-driven conglomerate that bridges entertainment, luxury, and digital influence. Imagine a business model where concerts are not just shows but cross-branded marketing events. Imagine a fan club that doubles as an investment community. Imagine entrepreneurship where every follower can be part of the growth. That's where the future of celebrity economics is headed. And this is why fans and analysts alike are watching so closely. Because we are living at the moment when idols transition from being stars to being stakeholders, from being performers to being investors. And when Lisa and Jisoo stand at the center of that shift, you know it's not just hype. It's the start of something historic. So don't scroll away, because the story is only getting bigger. Lisa has already proven she can shake global markets with her influence, and Jisoo has proven her solo power is just as strong. If the whispers of collaboration or investment become real, this won't just be a chapter in BLACKPINK's story. It will be the opening line of a business empire that could redefine what it means to be an artist in the 21st century. So stay tuned. Because whether it's revealed tomorrow, next month, or next year, one thing is clear. The future of K-pop is not just about music anymore. It's about investment. It's about brand value. It's about billion-dollar plays waiting to be made. And if Lisa and Jisoo decide to take that step together, it won't just be shocking. It'll be historic. And before you go, if you want to keep following this story as it unfolds, make sure to subscribe, turn on the notifications, and drop a comment below with what you think. Do you believe Jisoo will join Lisa's business empire? Or do you think they'll remain on parallel paths? Your opinion matters because this isn't just news, it's a movement. Stay here, stay updated, and don't miss the next chapter.